Mickey Amelia Masuda liked everything to be perfect. She only ate whole round cookies, not the broken ones. When she fell and tore her favorite pants, she refused to wear them anymore. And after she accidentally left Owly in the park, she told her parents, I'm too old for stuffed animals. I'm a big girl now. But the truth was, Owly was missing a wing when she had found him the next morning, and he was no longer perfect. One day, when Mickey's grandmother, her Obachan, came over for a visit, she brought Mickey a present. It was a teacup from Japan. My best friend is a potter, Obachan told her. She made only two like this. She sent me one, but I want you to have it. The teacup was cool and heavier than other cups Mickey had used before. It was white on top like the clouds and blue on the bottom like the ocean. It reminded her of a recent vacation at the beach, the most perfect place Mickey had ever been. Thank you, Obachan. It's perfect. As the days went on, Mickey loved drinking from her new teacup. The juice from it tasted sweeter, milk colder. Even plain water was more refreshing. But then one evening, after dinner, when Mickey was carrying her dishes to the sink like she always did, the teacup slipped from her fingers. No, Mickey screamed as she rushed to pick up the pieces. It's ruined. Don't worry, Obachan said as she stepped in front of Mickey. It can be fixed. It won't be the same, Mickey fussed. Don't worry, Obachan repeated as she walked away. Mickey moped for days. No matter what, her precious teacup would never be perfect again. What if it leaked? What if she could still see the cracks? She wanted to snuggle Owly to help her feel better, but then she remembered his missing wing. She burst into tears. Continued to cry until she remembered something Obachan had said. There were two. Her grandmother's friend had made two teacups. She would just ask Obachan to get the other one. She dried her tears with her sleeve, though it was not nearly as comforting as Owly. When Obachan stopped by again, Mickey was so excited she almost knocked her over. Careful, her grandmother gently scolded. Wouldn't want this to break again. I just fixed it. It was fixed, but not really fixed, not one bit. Mickey could see all the places where it had broken, like Obachan hadn't even tried to make it perfect again, like she was showing off the cracks. Golden lines zigged across the blue, golden lines zagged across the white. Before Mickey could say a word, her grandmother explained, It's called kintsugi. It means to join together with gold. Kin? Mickey had never heard this word before. That's right, Obachan nodded. Kin means gold and sugi means to join. Mickey still wasn't sure she understood. It's too bad your teacup broke. It was an accident, though, and everyone has those. You drank from it every day because you loved it, right? Mickey nodded. And there are plenty of unbroken cups you haven't even touched that stay in the cabinet, nay? Mickey was beginning to understand, maybe. She took the teacup from Obachan and gazed at the white that reminded her of the clouds and the blue that reminded her of the ocean. She thought about her trip to the beach, the most perfect place she had ever been. Mickey remembered one evening there when it stormed. The blue waves turned dark and roared across the sand as lightning zapped through the sky. From safe inside the cottage, the beach was no longer sunny and calm, but it was still beautiful. Mickey traced the golden lines that crisscrossed her teacup like the lightning from that night. It Mickey turned the cup over in her hands. It felt cool and heavy, just like when she first held it. It's still perfect, Mickey exclaimed, forgetting all about asking for the other teacup. Nothing is perfect, Mickey chan, her grandmother laughed, but I'm glad you like it. Mickey looked up at the wrinkles around her Obachan's eyes that crinkled when she smiled, and she finally understood. Mickey set her teacup down carefully and ran to her room. From under her bed, she grabbed her favorite pants with the hole. From her closet, she grabbed Owly with his lone wing. She brought them to her grandmother. Do you think you could help me fix these two? Obachan held up the pants. I was flying a kite and it went higher than I'd ever flown it before, Mickey explained, but then I tripped. You were trying hard to keep the kite up in the sky, Obachan said, nodding. You were having fun. There's nothing wrong with that. Obachan brought the family's sewing kit in from the living room. What color was the kite? Red, answered Mickey. Obachan helped her sew a patch the color of poppies over the hole. And what do you think happened to Auli's wing? Obachan asked as she pulled a clean handkerchief from her pocket. He stared into his eyes and he told her he battled with the big squirrel bully at the park. Is that so? Obachan's eyes grew wide. But Owlie defeated him, added Mickey with a smile. This new wing will remind us of his bravery, Obachan said as she stitched a small purple heart onto the handkerchief. Just then, Mickey's stomach growled. Want a snack? Mickey asked, because all this fixing suddenly made her very hungry. That would be nice, Obachan answered. Mickey returned from the kitchen with a bag of cookies, but when she looked inside it, there was only one. That's all right, Obachan smiled. You should have it. No, said Mickey as she broke the cookie in two. We both can. Delicious, Obachan said as she crunched one half. The best, Mickey agreed as she munched the other. Mickey Amelia Masuda liked everything to be perfect. She used to, anyway. But then she learned that broken cookies taste just as good as whole ones. That her favorite pants looked pretty cool with the poppy red kite patch over the knee. That Owlie was still great at cuddling after a rough day. And that the golden streaks on her teacup somehow made each sip more perfect than the one before.